I'm not gonna lie.
Orbital bowel syndrome. One of my faves.
Orbital bowel syndrome.
I hate when
That's
that shit
when
happens to me.
it's your shit comes out and it's
And
got
then it just starts
it starts orbiting
Right.
around you.
orbital
As a
orbital
person.
bowel syndrome. Yeah, no, it's tough.
And then sometimes like the little particles they crash into each other and you get like a shit moon.
You get like a big bang,
You know?
but like a small one.
Like a small bang for your buck from your ass
From your ass.
into
It's like
your
the Dollar
eyes.
Tree. From Dollar Tree located in your colon. It's pretty cool.
The Dollar Tree made by the Dollar General for the Dollar Kingdom.
To save some time. Go to the General and save some time.
Delivered right to your door in 2
I never
days or
understood why
less.
that was like an auto insurance thing. Like, who the fuck is the General? They're not marketing to the Army. Why is he giving me auto insurance?
Well, don't you want insurance that's as good as the Army? But it's like
Yeah,
an
but
army
I
for
won't get that.
your insurance. You know what
It's
I'm
kind
saying?
of like that, yeah.
They bring out, this is the only insurance company that brings out catapults when you get into a crash. They come to the scene of the crime and they start hurling orbital
start, like,
shits.
fucking shit. Yeah. They just start putting the shit moons that you've created into the catapult, and then they just
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
No, that makes a lot of sense. I think maybe I'll invest in this. Maybe they will be my new insurance company. Fuck you, State Farm.
And one day, what's wrong with State Farm? They got Jake.
Nothing. That's just who I have now. But if I'm switching to the General, then I gotta pick a new one.
I say stick with Jake, man.
No, Jake's cool.
Jake's reliable. He fucks with khakis in a way that a lot of people really don't. Like, it's just kind of some next level shit.
Yeah, he's a very admirable guy. He's cool.
He wore a bomber jacket in an ad once, and I think that's
cool.
cool.
He's a cool bomber. Yeah, no, he's got good style. He's got a little bit better style than old Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm, he seems like the kind of guy to he has like one of those old school iPhone apps that's like iSig Mobile or something.
And it just like shoots a cigarette out of like the lightning adapter.
Yeah, or he has the app that drinks beer. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Like you do this, and it looks like you're drinking it. Yeah, that's so hype.
It's called like Beer Lite
Beer
or something.
It's called Beer Pro Lite.
It's Beer Lite for pros, or there's Beer Pro Lite where the beer is lighter.
No, but like
there's
how
Beer Heavy Pro. That's like if you're ordering like 3 or 4.
or like a lager, maybe a stout. Guinness would be a heavy beer, you know.
Guinness is a heavy beer for sure. You don't see any motherfucker under 6'2" drinking a Guinness.
I love Guinness, and I'm
It's because you're not allowed.
What the fuck does that mean?
You're not. You have to be of a certain stature.
Guinness is
to drink
like
Guinness.
the fucking beer of Ireland, and no one in Ireland is 6'2". Not one person.
Well, they're grandfathered in, right? Because it's like they made it.
All right, whatever, man. Yeah, you're right.
We should make an app.
Beer Pro Light.
Free.
I never thought about that. That's what used to be the craze, you know? And now everyone's like, oh, you can download my free app, and there's like 50 bajillion ads in it, and you have to pay $50 to remove all the ads.
Yeah.
I miss Minecraft Lite, man. I could just play Minecraft on my phone, but like not the whole thing. You know? I could still play with my friends because they wanted that for me. It was about the experience.
I love in the old versions of Minecraft where they just like put you in a world, but they give you like the most random shit. Like they give you a sword and then a stack of flowers and glass. And it's like, what the fuck?
So you could build like a beautiful like glass house, you know?
Yeah, which is a thing I've always
those,
wanted to live in.
Well, they say that those who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. How does that relate? It doesn't, but you know.
Okay.
It's kind of like, if I was in Minecraft and I wanted to be targeted by all mobs at all the time, I would build a house out of glass.
Can they see you through the glass?
I think so, yeah.
That's crazy.
It's
Damn,
like
they were ahead of their
it's
time.
like real life.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You didn't see other games around that same time doing stuff like that.
Yeah, they copied real life to a T. It's wild.
Like, people don't know this. The original Super Mario Bros., the Goombas can't see you. It's kind of fucked up.
True.
Like,
what do you mean by that?
like in the new games, it's like a Goomba sees you, and then it's like an exclamation point appears above their head, and they go, like they do a jump in the air before they start running towards you.
Yeah, and then they start running. Yeah, that is true. I guess the original Goombas don't.
They don't see. They have eyes, but they can't. There's no functional seeing.
They're drawn on with mechanic for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like the little paper pieces that you like move around, like a kid is playing with them.
Yeah, like they're on like a popsicle stick, and they're like being held like by a kid in the background, like a puppet show that you would make in 3rd grade for your book report.
Yeah.
That shit's so real. I miss that.
Damn straight. I got an A.
Yeah. I remember one time I cried to my mom at like 9 o'clock at night one time because I had one of those due the next day that I hadn't started. So looks like I'm still the same guy.
And this is still the same show. Hey, everybody, welcome back. We're stylish.
Yeah, super. Look at us.
Super stylish. And
you can't tell, but I'm blinking right now.
Some of you people can't look at us, so that sucks.
But if you could, you'd be like, holy shit, those are 2 of the chillest vibers I've ever seen in my entire life.
Henry, do the thing.
Wow. What's up?
Do the thing.
You should. You have to tell me to do the thing.
I have to tell you to do it?
Yeah, you got to say it.
This is the only
funny,
thing we talked about before.
No, I know. You got to be like pretending you're mad at me. You got to do it.
Henry, do the thing.
No, tell me what the action is.
Henry, take those off.
Oh, okay. Idiot.
Was that as funny as you thought it was going to be?
It was way funnier because now I can clip it for a YouTube short.
Yeah. Yep. And the audio listeners don't know what happened, and we're not going to explain.
Nope, we're not. Anyway, guys, welcome back. It's been a couple of weeks since it's just been traditional
boys.
Just been the 2 OG boys. We had Ethan on last week, and then the week before we fell in love. Newsflash: we have fallen out of love.
We've fallen out of love. It happens to turn out that
we got a divorce.
Being married is tough.
Being married is hard.
Right? And we have to acknowledge that. Because
I think that
a lot of stuff comes up that you don't really think about beforehand.
Yeah, that is true.
Like, I asked to see your bank statements, and I saw that you were $18,000 in credit card debt. And I just said, I don't know if I really want to engage with someone who's not financially ready to be part of this.
That is real. That's not true, though. I am not $18,000 in credit card debt.
Well, I saw the statements. So.
It's $17,000.
I'm just saying it's weird because it kind of seemed like you wanted me to help you pay that off, as if that was my problem.
No, it's not your problem. I'm totally aware that it is my own problem to pay off my debt. I am financially sound and singular. I don't want your money. I don't need your handouts.
You weren't.
Well, I wasn't, but I am now.
What's the minimum monthly payment on that, huh?
I have
That's
no
probably
idea
disgusting.
I'm not actually $17,000 in credit card debt, but I would imagine that it has to be hundreds of dollars, right?
I guess it depends on how you have the debt. I guess I said credit card debt, so it's like actually I think you're just fucked.
I think you are. I think if you get credit card debt, you're just like fucked forever.
Yeah,
your credit score is just ruined.
You're done, kind of.
It's actually crazy. I remember over the summer, one of the people that I worked with, their partner was like significantly poorer than they were. So instead of like paying off their debt, they just declared bankruptcy, and then they were like, "Well, my credit score is like in the gutter now, but now I have like my partner who's super rich who's just going to pay for all my stuff, so it doesn't matter." And I was like, that's so fucked up. That's so lame.
Isn't it? I think it says something about society when when
Yep.
you realize it's an option where like if you have so much debt, you can go to a guy and you're like, I want to consolidate all of my debt into one slightly less big debt.
Yep. I would like one smaller debt than the one that I have, please.
And
then
they say
go,
gladly,
fine, I guess.
here you go. And
But
they
then
hand
you're
it
like,
to you on a
hey,
silver platter.
I went to school for 4 to 6 years to try and get a degree so I could further society as a whole. So like inevitably I will be giving back to the system by participating in this debt to myself. Could I maybe like this last $2,000 that I have to pay? Can I like not pay that? And then they go, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Kill yourself.
Pussy.
Yeah, right. And they add a lot more adjectives and nouns with a negative context like after that as well.
Yeah.
Which is
Adjectives and nouns that you can find all over 21 Savage's most recent album.
They might even call you a hippopotamus, straight up.
And they might call you hungry too. I mean, God knows
Like,
you're
you
hungry if you're in that
hungry-
much damn debt. You can't even afford to
Hungry
eat.
hippo. No.
But
I
that's
will
just,
say though,
that's just how it is.
it's one of the main perks of being an architecture student is that I save so much money by never eating any food.
Okay.
It's so cool. Don't do that, by the way. I'm not encouraging this in practice. I'm just explaining it in my own life.
What did you eat tonight?
I made shrimp and pasta. It was really good.
I hate that because you had an actual answer.
Okay, sorry. I ate cardboard. I was up today. I was making a model all day, dude.
All
and
day,
then
bro.
I just didn't have time to make food, so I just ate the spare parts that I didn't use.
Cardboard and nails.
Surprisingly, like more palatable than you would think.
Yeah. I mean, if you just put ketchup on it, like people don't realize.
People don't realize it kind of just tastes the same as like French fries.
Yeah. They're,
Like,
and
it's
I
the
mean,
same shit.
you know,
Texturally, they're like
a
a
little
little different.
stale, but it's like whatever.
Well, I would actually kind of equate it more to like, you know how Chick-fil-A fries, if you don't eat them in the first like 15 milliseconds that you get them from the drive-thru, that they're just the worst thing that you've ever had in your whole life?
Yeah.
They're a very 100 to 0 food. It's crazy. You get them out of the drive-thru and they give them to you and they're all warm and like crunchy and crispy. And then you eat like 1 or 2 of them. And by the time that you have finished chewing that second fry, the rest of them are just dog shit. They're awful.
You know, the only
They're-
good thing my landlord has ever done in their life probably is that one time they sent out an email and they're like, if you fill out this quick survey and then come down to our office and show us that you filled it out, we'll give you free Chick-fil-A. So
It's actually so dope.
I see the email as soon as it lands in my inbox. I fill out the survey. I go out there, me and my roommate Joe, and like we had saw the email at the same time and we were like, we got to get in on this immediately.
We got to go now.
And so we hopped in the car because it's like a 2-minute drive down the road to their office. And we get there and we get the sandwiches. We take an Instagram story, obviously, because
Right,
this
you
is
got
a
it.
hilarious thing for our landlord to do.
It's free from your landlord. Local goat.
Local goats in this one instance only.
Potentially your hero of the day for the day.
My hero of the day, for sure. And we only get one sandwich. It wasn't like sandwich, fries,
Oh, it wasn't
maybe
like a
another
meal.
thing
It
on
was
the
just like a-
side. It was just one fucking sandwich. And then we get there and it's fucking cold. And it's just sad.
That is, yeah. No, that is.
They caught me in a moment of desperation.
Yeah.
I was
And they gave you
vulnerable.
less than the bare minimum.
Yeah. Like, you
Which is
can't
kinda
give me
shitty.
fucking fries? Are you kidding me? Like, what
They're
kind
so
of,
rich,
They don't know how much I pay in
That's fucked
rent. They do, actually, but they should consider
I think
that.
they do. Dude, it's fucking hilarious. Like my girlfriend's apartment complex, she's moving out of there this year because the rent is like awful.
Yeah.
But they're running a special where if you like your lease for 2024 to 2025, if you fill up your apartment, you get to choose like a reward.
Mm.
And the rewards are like fucking insane. One of them is a PS5. Like you just get it. It's yours. One of them's a PS5.
That's
There's like a
crazy.
fucking like brand new, like really expensive like coffee machine. brand new, really expensive like blender and KitchenAid set, and then like I don't remember what the fourth one was, but like this is like $600 to $700.
These are all
like,
multi-$100 things.
Yes.
That's wild.
For like just filling your apartment. So like if you're just renewing your lease at the same place for 2024, you just get to pick one of those things.
Okay, I would imagine that's not how that works, but
straight up.
If you're just the first guy to renew your lease, you just get a
No.
PS5.
But like if you're renewing your lease for the next year and like maybe some of your roommates are rooming out or whatever, if you find people to fill their spots, like so you have a full apartment.
I got you.
You get a reward. And I was like, babe, you got to stay here because I want the PS5 because she lives alone. So it's really easy for her to fill her room.
Yeah.
But she's moving out. So
that's tough.
Yeah. So sad. I really want to play Spider-Man 2, but not that bad.
You know what's I was engaging in some video game discourse over the past week.
Oh yeah.
Some important discourse that I need your opinion on. There has been an outbreak in yellow paint. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck are you talking about? No, I don't.
There's been a myriad of examples that people have been bringing up. Like there was like a ladder in like a Dark Souls game or something. No, it wasn't Dark Souls, but it was some game where the ladder, there was like a yellow arrow pointing at the ladder because the ladder, like it kind of like blended into the wall. So the developers put a yellow arrow there to make sure that players understood what to do.
Right.
And there's a lot of people saying this is smart game design, and then there are a lot of people saying this is dumb as fuck. Maybe they should respect the intelligence of the player of the game a little bit.
I'm gonna err on the side, not err on the side of caution. I was gonna say I'm gonna err on the side of caution. I think people are stupid. I think the arrow should be there. I think that making your thing as accessible as possible for as many people as you can should be the goal if you are in that business.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of talk about games recently that are like too tutorial heavy. You know what I mean? Like Donkey has that famous bit about Xenoblade Chronicles 2 where he's like 30 hours into the game and he's still getting tutorials.
It's awful. That's why I never finished that like game. That. Yeah. No, I do get it. I do think that there needs to be like a little bit more of a balance. Or like people complain about like games not being hard anymore. But also I feel like, you know, I can attest to this as an example. This is my 3DS XL.
Okay,
it is
you
on
just
my
have
desk.
That on your desk. Okay.
I do. Well, because in my spare time, which I don't have a lot of, but when I'm at school and I have free time and I'm not doing an assignment, I have been playing through Pokemon Crystal, which is not a new Pokemon game.
No.
It is not that hard.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why people were like, oh, the old games used to be so challenging. And like, no, you were just a stupid kid.
Yeah, you just didn't know what like a chart was.
You just didn't know what it was. And we have all of that information like accessible to us now. So it feels like things are easier. But like they're not. It's the same thing. I think. I will say some new games are definitely like slightly easier than some old ones, but it's not like I really don't think it's like as big of a deal as people make it out to be.
Yeah,
people just don't like to see others experience joy because they're unhappy in their own lives, and I think that's fucked up.
Yeah, but I think the conversation has been interesting from like an outsider point of view as just like a guy who plays games, right?
Yeah, and
because I see like cares. All the because I don't know, for some reason I follow a lot of people in game development Twitter, I guess,
because it's really cool.
Because it is cool.
Super cool.
So I've seen a lot of people who are like big names in the industry. Like there was one person who was like, I worked on the original Portal in 2007. And we just couldn't get people to like look up without putting arrows.
No, I agree. There are multiple times I have played Portal. It is not like a hard game.
Yeah.
There are multiple times in that game where I was like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing right now.
Yeah.
And like, am I stupid sometimes?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, actually, that's all there is to it. Yes. I think that everyone has moments where they, as Logan Paul might say, they have a large and continuous lapse in judgment.
Okay.
Whilst playing a game.
I don't think we should ever quote Logan Paul, to be honest.
I just think it's funny if you think about the circumstance. He's awful.
No, yeah. We got that,
anyway,
I think.
But yeah, everyone has moments of stupidity. I am often very absent-minded. So I appreciate when developers put big arrow because sometimes I don't know where.
Sometimes you need the yellow paint.
Sometimes you need the yellow paint.
Yeah. Because
that's the thing. If anything, if you are against the big yellow arrow and your intelligence is insulted, you can just know by the fact that it's there and you didn't need it that you're smarter than other people.
Yeah.
So now that you've realized that, you can shut the fuck up on and keep playing the game.
Absolutely. But there was a funny tweet that came out of all of this that I'll put on the screen. But it's just like a guy in real life who painted his bathroom door in yellow paint with like a big X, and he just said, I just wanted people to find the bathroom easy.
Hey, to be fair though, if you go over to someone's house and you've never been there before, I feel like you have to ask where the bathroom is.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
So
maybe it's just good game design. I don't know.
I think it is just good game design. Like you don't have to be omnipotent all the time. I don't walk into a house and I'm like, as an architect, I know that the bathroom is right there. And it always, like, because that's just not how it fucking works.
But sometimes it just makes sense for a bathroom to be in a spot, and then you go there and it's not there.
No, I agree with you. I just think that that's why the yellow paint is helpful, because it would make sense if your bathroom is there. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's on the other side of the house.
Yeah.
You know? So maybe the yellow paint is helpful.
I mean,
is that why you opened this conversation with yellow paint?
Yeah. Well, the whole thing started because of the yellow ladder or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But it's it's interesting because I think you can write, and many people have written books on this, but like just like the design of things you don't really think about very often.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fine art. It's not. It's very precise. You know what I mean?
Studying it in school, actually.
Door.
Yeah. I feel like studying things like that in school, especially like, I mean, I do a lot of that because it's just like, hey, this space is designed like this because like it makes, like if you think about like where the entrance is and where the exit is, like this makes sense like for people. And I'm like, oh, I guess I never thought about that. Like I always just took it for granted. I was just being like an ignorant asshole and being like, well, duh, obviously it's supposed to be like that. But like most things have reasoning behind them.
Sometimes.
Like, not everything. A lot of things also don't. But like I feel like I used to just be like, well, yeah, duh, everyone knows that it's like that. But like not everyone knows that it's like that. Like we were having that conversation about CRTs.
How does this relate to the CRT conversation at all?
Well, because you and Sam were like, yeah, everyone knows what a CRT is. And I was like, no, they don't. No one knows what a fucking CRT is. Like some people, that's just not like knowledge in their wheelhouse. And that's like not a bad thing. Like it's just not. I know what it is because I am a giant nerd and I like TVs and video games and technology. But not everyone is a giant nerd. If I asked my sister what a CRT was, she'd be like, I don't know. She just has different interests. Like that's just how the world is, you know?
I just feel like people should know what a CRT TV is.
I mean, I agree.
Am I insane for thinking, like, was there not a How It's Made episode on this?
I mean, there is.
Should
like,
people just not?
Do you think that everyone in the whole world watched that episode of How It's Made?
It just feels like one of those things where you should know how it works. You know what I mean? A TV is so central to like 80% of people that we know.
Okay, well, what about all the people that we don't know? There are so many people. That we
That's
don't know.
and that's why I added who we know.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you
Because the
are
TV is not
designing a
important
thing-
to the fucking Senegalese or whatever the fuck, the people on the island in the middle of the Indian
Senegal,
Ocean,
we just call them the
who
people
like
of Senegal.
they haven't been contacted by the rest of society because they
Oh, yeah,
throw
no. So
spears
that's
at
not-
the helicopters or whatever.
That's not Senegal. I don't know what island. I don't know.
I don't remember. It's
Is there a
something
name for that
similar to
island?
that. Yeah,
It's definitely just called like Death Island.
I don't think so.
And there's like a giant statue of King Kong.
No,
waiting for
I
it to
don't.
crack
Why would
open
that
and
be the
reveal-
case? I don't know why that would be the case.
Because I feel like every movie that has
Speaking of the
Godzilla and
microphone.
Kong in it. I feel like every movie that has Godzilla and Kong in it, they are located on some sort of remote
I
island.
hate you.
Am I wrong?
Here's
That's like the
thing.
plot of Jumanji 2.
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like you should know how a TV works.
I agree with you, but I also don't think that it's like practical knowledge that everyone needs to have. My mom grew up with a CRT TV, and if I asked her what a CRT was, she would be like, I have no fucking idea.
That's just crazy to me, though, because like
I agree with you, but that doesn't mean that our opinion is just like right.
I think it should, though.
I don't know. I don't think it is. That's just what we think, and everyone else has their right to think what they think, and that's fine.
Maybe
That's what makes
what
the
I'm
world
getting
beautiful.
at is that school is bad.
Yes, the United States education system is dog shit.
We should have a class that's just what a cathode ray tube is.
No, we shouldn't.
And we can get
If it
rid
was
of
like-
biology
if it was like-
for that.
No, I like biology. I took it twice.
That's honestly, that's your problem.
No, I chose to take it twice. I took bio and then I took AP bio because
Like,
I like
I'm-
biology.
I'm
Just like
saying-
how you know what a CRT is because you like technology. And I know how a cell works because I like biology. I would not expect every person I know to name like every part of the cell.
Name
or
a part
the
of the
organelles.
cell that's not the mitochondria.
The ribosomes. Or
You
the
just
Golgi
made that
bodies.
shit up.
No, I didn't. Ribosomes make protein.
Mister, I took biology twice. piece
Shut
of
the fuck up.
garbage. I hate you.
You asked me a question and I answered it, and now you're mad at me that I answered it correctly.
I think in high school you should just be there should be a lot of classes and you just pick. Which
Yeah, and
one
you should pick.
want.
See, I used to
My
agree
ass
with
should not
you,
have taken chemistry.
and I agree. I used to agree with you, but that's like what college is. I actually think that college is not specified enough.
But then why did I have to take Chem 1 and 2 in
Um,
college? Why did I have to do that? I'm supposed to know what a cathode ray tube is, not fucking
No, that's what I'm saying.
nitrogen, bro. I don't
I think
give a
that
flying
college-
fuck about nitrogen.
I think that college is the I think that college should be more specific. I do not think that high school needs to be more diversified because it's supposed to be like generic curriculum that's not like way too difficult for everyone to learn. And then if you want to take like AP classes, you can.
They should have a class that's like
Teach me how to do my fucking taxes, please.
it teaches you about like the shit orbitals. Because a lot of people
And
don't know about
the
that.
poop moons. Yeah, no, it's tough. A lot of people don't know about them.
They don't know the science behind it, and I think it's integral to all of our lives. So you should know.
Yeah. I mean, we use OBS every time we record this podcast, and people don't even know what orbital bowel syndrome is.
Yes. Which it's crazy that it's a recording software and a syndrome.
What does the actual OBS stand for? Like the
Open
software.
broadcast software.
That's not nearly
it's
as funny.
open because you can add to the code if you want.
Yeah, no, I think that's cool. Projects like that are awesome.
I hate open source projects because of this one girl who likes them.
You can't say shit like that, and then when I'm like, you're a contrarian, go, no, I'm not. You can't just not like something because someone does. That's so lame.
No, but she's annoying.
I'm sure she is.
And I think I'm allowed to have this opinion.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That's fine. There are a lot of people that I think are annoying, but I don't dislike things that they like just because they like them.
I think that
I could, though. You actually might be right.
The entire society's opinion of a thing should be anti that thing because I want one person to feel bad. And I think I'm allowed to feel that way.
Yeah, no, I think that's valid.
No, I like open source stuff. It's good for the world.
It's cool. Yeah.
I am a man. I don't know where
Me
I was going
too.
with that. I didn't have.
All right, we're out now.
We're out. Take us
We
somewhere.
are men. No, I just mean, like, let's go on a date.
No.
As men. Okay. We already fell in love, though. You don't want to try and reignite that spark?
No,
No,
we
you're
got
done.
divorced.
Yeah, we're going to get back
I'm not
together a
going
year from now,
back.
next
No.
February anyway. What are we supposed to do next year, then? Are we not going to answer?
Here, we can brainstorm. What do you want to do?
Right now.
Yeah, right now.
I think we should go on like a romantic date and just record it.
Okay.
That'd be so fire.
Where
Think about how funny it would be.
Where would we go?
I'll come to you because my schedule next year will be like so bare bones.
Okay, what are we gonna do on the date?
We're gonna go to Sonny's and we're gonna put a checkered picnic table like blanket over our table.
We're not sitting outside in fucking February.
No,
in
we'll
upstate
be inside.
New York.
We'll be inside, and I'll bring candles. It'll be so lovely. Hey, I'm gonna talk. Can I confide?
Yeah.
No,
Go ahead.
sorry. Go ahead.
Oh,
okay,
I
I'm
was
gonna
just-
go ahead.
Okay, no, hold on. I just wanted to say. I just wanted to say that I think candles are kind of lame. Anyway. Go ahead.
I don't really want to say what I was going to say anymore. I was going to say, since moving into my own room and being allowed to have candles, I love candles.
Dude, it's fucked up. They're so expensive.
Wait, you just buy them at Target. Where are you buying candles?
But they're still expensive.
I buy a candle for like $5 and it lasts me for like a month.
That's too much.
No, it's not.
What do you mean? No, you don't know. You don't know anything about the candle markets.
No, I don't. But like, if I bought my own fucking wax and then I had to buy like flavor, what do you put in a candle?
Flavor. No, you got it.
Flavor.
You got it.
Buy my own candle flavoring and then buy wicks and whatever. I feel like it'd be like around $3 or some shit, and then I'll pay $2 extra for the service fee or whatever. I'm chill with that. Now, Bed
That's
Bath and
fucked
Beyond
up, man.
or like Bath and Body Works, that shit's a scam. Or Yankee Candle. Oh my god, do you remember in
Candle's a
fucking
big
grade school
scam.
when we had to like sell Yankee candles to our grandparents for like $100 each
I didn't
candle?
do that.
No, I didn't either. Don't worry, my grandparents aren't stupid.
Okay. What, you made candles?
No. Yankee Candle would like partner with my school, and they'd be like, "All right, sell these candles to your relatives because they love you and they should buy them, and if they don't, they hate you."
Oh.
And then you'd be like, "Grandma, can you please buy this $65 bottle of wax off of me
That's wild.
faintly smells of evergreen clippings?"
Yeah. Or we have one that's Gwyneth Paltrow's pussy.
No, Goop hadn't
It's
existed yet.
brand new.
It's brand new.
They were product testing it during those stages.
Honestly, I kind of respect that she did that.
I don't, because I don't respect
think-
her.
I think it's odd, but like no, but it's definitely not a bit, which is unfortunate. If it was like as a joke, I actually
She
think it would be
definitely
really funny.
believes that it has healing powers and shit.
No, she definitely does, which is kind of sad. But I think if she did it like as a joke, like if the Yard came out with like a candle that was just like they all dipped their balls in water and then they put it into a candle and they sold it as a joke,
Yeah.
that would be so funny.
I don't know if I would support that. It would be funny.
Oh,
I
also,
wouldn't
you want to know
support
who?
it though.
After I watched the Yard episode with Hank Green, I want to talk to him like so bad.
Hank Green.
Yeah.
You didn't watch any of the things Hank Green has done, and you were like, I want to talk to Hank Green. It was after he was on The Yard.
No, I mean, I follow Hank Green on TikTok. I watch his videos relatively often. I used to watch them all the time in high school. But I was just reminded based on my current interests in The Yard. Sure. And I was like, damn, Hank Green is like a really good... Because like normally when I watch a Hank Green video, it's like him explaining something to me. It's not like him having a conversation with another guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or other people.
That's
so then
fair.
I watched The Yard episode. I was like, dude, he's so fucking cool. He's so chill.
Yeah, he's a man who just does what he wants to do, which I have the utmost respect for.
I do.
He's a man who's just done a lot of things. Like he gets an idea and he does it, which is not something that I feel like a lot of people have the drive to do.
Yeah, no, he's got crazy drive. He's like, 40 and he's like super, super accomplished.
Yeah, he's written like 2 books. He has like 8 bazillion YouTube channels. He uploads like fucking every day, probably. And then he has really cool. 8 million followers on TikTok or some shit like that.
And he he's also fighting cancer, I think, or fought cancer.
He's in remission right now.
Oh, yo.
Yeah. He has hair currently, which is cool.
I know. He looks great.
Yeah.
So he's kind of just like doing, I mean, I don't really want to fight cancer, but if I have to, I hope I win.
That's an... I wouldn't
you can write that,
say that.
You can write that on my gravestone when I die. If I have to fight cancer, I hope I win.
That's a sick epitaph.
It's so sick.
Are you one of those people where it's like, Hank Green is the guy who got you through AP classes in high school?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I like him and I watched his videos, but it was kind of more for enjoyment.
Just a love of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm self-made, baby. Cha-ching.
Checkmate.
Checkmate, liberals.
Speaking of liberals.
What? I would love to see where this goes.
Did you see the Tucker Carlson Vladimir Putin interview?
Oh, is that real?
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, this is probably a joke. So then I didn't watch it.
Oh, it's very real.
Really? How did it go? Can you give me a brief synopsis?
So I would love to tell you how it went because it's 3 hours long. And I decided one night that I'm just going to pop an edible and watch the whole thing for entertainment, you know?
I can't imagine that would be boring. So
it was incredibly boring. It was a terrible idea. I should not have done that.
Oh, did you still watch the whole thing?
No, I watched like half and then I came back to it like the next day when I was fresh of mind.
Yeah.
But it's very odd. Obviously, because it's propaganda mainly.
Yeah, no, I would believe that. I don't think you can really talk to Vladimir Putin without like just being really nice to him, or you die.
And also being really dumb, which Tucker Carlson is.
You got to pretend that you like don't know anything. I mean, he's not pretending, but like
no,
if you or I went there, we'd be like, "Oh, Russia, very cool. You have lots of snow. Interesting."
Yeah.
You know?
So Tucker Carlson, he sits down. He goes, yo, let's talk about Ukraine. And then Vladimir Putin, for 30 minutes, does a history lesson starting in like 1000 about the history of Russia. And he literally talks uninterrupted for like 30 minutes. And he's like
1000 CE?
Yeah.
Holy shit. That was a really long time ago.
He's like, he talks all about like Ivan the Terrible and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, who cares, man?
Who fucking asked? He's so dead right now.
But his whole point was like, Russia has a historical claim to Ukraine because we were one for a long time when the Mongolian Empire, which is me now. And it's like, shut up, man.
I don't want England to own 3/4 of the earth again.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
They are totally
Especially if they
fine
speak
with the
Russian.
land that they have. Right. Russia's already giant. Can't they just like be happy with what they have?
No, because their land is in Siberia.
Yeah, I guess I don't really blame them for that.
I don't think you
It's kinda
realize
tough.
how much Siberia sucks ass.
Yeah, no, it's bad. It's awful.
It's just snow and ice and cold.
But
and
why aren't they
snow.
like, we want Miami so bad? You know what I mean?
They really want Ukraine for some reason.
Yeah, like what the fuck is, who cares?
I don't know. I don't know.
Everyone in, I'm also just like so not history pilled.
Especially if you're a war-mongering dictator.
Yeah, well, and that's just not
That
me.
would seem
That's
to be
probably
like
why
the
I'm
least
not.
of your issues.
Well, but it's like, yeah, whatever. You owned this thing at one time, but that was one time, and the time right now is now,
And
which
it's
is
like,
a
brother,
different
that
time.
was 500 years ago.
Yeah, like who fuck? You weren't even alive. Why do you care? Get a grip.
Brother, you have other problems. Like, you got to shave every morning. You know
Yeah,
what
get
I
a
mean?
fucking
Who
hobby. Like,
cares?
Jesus Christ. So many people don't have any hobbies, so then they just start thinking. But they don't have the intelligence to, like, have good thoughts, so then they're like, interesting. I would like this country.
Don't they have, like,
because
sports in Russia or something?
I don't think that they have fun in Russia, actually.
I imagine that they play, you know, in Alice in Wonderland, and they have like the game with like the mallets where they hit the ball through like the metal things.
Yes.
I imagine that's what they do in Russia.
And that's, like, the only sport that they have. Yeah, probably.
I imagine Vlad, I call him. 'Cause
Vlad.
We're cool like that.
Yeah.
I imagine Vlad on the weekend, he goes out to the local, I don't know what they call it.
That court.
Putt or something.
Yeah, putt.
They go out to the local putt at the JC Penney's or whatever. It's like, you know, like you go to the JC Penney's and you walk through, and then on the other side when the mall opens up, it's like you have the putt course indoors.
They have giant chess.
Yeah, there's giant chess. And then there's the one section of the putt course, which is like, it's like the glow in the dark section, and there's like a big ape.
Yeah, no, that is cool.
And you put your finger in his nose and you're like,
And you're like, I'm picking his nose. Check that out.
I'm picking
And then
his
you like
nose,
actually pull
dude.
something out of it, and then it's like a real monkey, and you're like,
Yeah.
you know?
And that's
hate when
my
that shit
hero
happens.
for the day on some real shit.
Yeah, the glow in the dark ape from the putt section of the mall.
Yeah,
My
which
hero
is
of the day.
closed down now, unfortunately. R.I.P.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Giorgio's. That's what it was called.
They were really on something when they were like, let's have glow
I
in
just
the
made
dark.
the name up. That's
putt.
not true.
That's okay. But like, I've been to that shit before. That was so fun.
Yeah, man.
I don't remember who I feel bad. I don't remember who I went with, but I had a good time.
I mean, you
I
had
remember the
such a
putt-putt.
good time that the time passed so fast that you couldn't recognize who you were putting with.
Right.
Which
He was just
says
so-
something
he was
about
so
how
dark.
fun the atmosphere is.
So dark. I didn't even know who was there. It was
Yeah.
just me and the ball and then Giorgio, the ape.
Well, you had the two pairs of sunglasses on, so it was really hard to see.
It was even worse. Yeah, no, it was awful.
Audio listeners were wearing sunglasses, by the way.
We are wearing sunglasses, and the bit from earlier was that I had another pair on
Yeah.
over the ones that I'm currently wearing, which are also the exact same pair as the ones that I have on right now.
So, if you were wondering.
That was the bit. We're kind of comedy geniuses. Like, if Plato was funny, he would be us.
Why is Plato us?
Because Plato was a philosopher, and philosophers are not fun.
That is true. No philosopher I've ever talked to has been fun.
No philosopher is ever like I am a philosopher who's filled with joyous whimsy. You know what I mean? Like, no philosopher is like, yeah, you know what? Life's not really a big deal, and like we shouldn't care. So go enjoy it. Everyone's like, life's not a big deal, and we're all meaningless, and we should just die anyway. You know? That's so lame.
I wouldn't call you a philosopher.
I am a
particularly.
philosopher.
I've never. I don't know. Though
I
in my
invest
head,
my
I
time
imagine,
in philosophers.
Okay, I imagine that philosophers like order food differently than us.
They don't.
You know what I mean, though? Like,
My theory professor, I would consider to be a philosopher, and he like used to smoke weed and like skate, and now he's a teacher. Apparently, though, so I went. He was my professor last semester, and so I went to his house at the end of the semester because he invited us all over for pizza. And I'm so sad.
Wait, that's
because
weird. Is that not weird?
I'd say I think that it's not weird, but I would say that by today's standards, that is weird.
That's very weird.
But he was like, if I had like, my professor from 20 years ago would have taken us all out for drinks. I'm not going to do that for you guys. But if you want to come over to my house, we can have pizza and I will like write you letters of recommendation for internships. And I was like, my goat. So I went over and we had Donato's. It was cool. And he gave us life advice because he's chill like that. Dude, Donato's pizza is so fire.
Donato's it's just funny that you bring it up.
I've been very Donato's centered.
You're Donato's pilled.
I'm Donato's pilled. I was going to say that, but I didn't want to use the word something pilled for the third time this podcast. But anyway, he's a cool guy. He has his moments of me being like, I don't know if you could say that. But he's a philosopher of sorts, and he's kind of chill. And apparently his wife is really hot. So I guess he's winning.
Can we go back to philosophers? I don't want to talk about this guy. It feels like
sure.
he's got something that he's hiding.
Probably. I'm sure he kills people in his spare time. I'd believe
like
it.
Most philosophers.
Like many philosophers do. They just set up the trolley problem in their backyard, and they like just pull the lever back and forth.
And they invite people.
No, they have real people. Like they kidnap people and then they tie them to the
No,
tracks.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's not like an invite. That's not what that is.
Well, it's kind of an invite.
It could be. Yeah.
Sometimes you just add me to a Discord call with like 8 people.
I add you to a Discord call with 8 people, and it just,
and that's
like
kind
the
of
title
an invite.
of the title of the tracks, or the title of the group chat is just train tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about philosophers do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm trying to segue us into something, but I can't get there.
Yeah. You also had a really busy week, even though today's just Monday.
No. Well, last
week was fucking awful, and the week before that was even worse. I have been so not motivated these past couple of weeks. It's so hard.
Last week was particularly busy because I was sick, and that's why I was I'm still a little sick. You can hear my voice now. You can hear it in my voice last episode.
Yeah, I mean, last
it was not good.
You sound better than you did last week.
Oh, for sure. But it was also the day after the Super Bowl, so my voice was like a little gone from that.
Yeah.
And I got high on the Super Bowl, and I didn't drink enough fluids, so my voice just my throat got really dry, and it just fucked it up.
Your throat was all weed pilled.
Okay, that was not the right way to. You got to lay off the pills, man.
I think it was the right way. I think that was the right phrasing of that sentence.
You got to lay off the pills. They're dangerous.
No, I'm chilling.
They're dangerous.
Chilling like a villain.
Anyway, but then so like Monday, Tuesday, Monday I was like blah, and then Tuesday I woke up and I was like, oh no, it's really bad. I didn't go to any of my classes, and then on Wednesday I was a little bit better, but still very much out of it. But I had a tattoo appointment, and I was like, well.
Gotta go.
I don't want to lose my deposit, so I had to go.
Getting the tattoo is great for your immune system.
Yeah, when I gave myself an open wound, that was really good for my health.
It was very good,
considering that I was sick.
Let me tell you, the body does not like when you do that.
No.
The nice thing though is that you got it done by a professional, so it will for sure not get infected. Probably, most likely.
Yeah, you're giving me a lot of confidence right now.
Well, I got mine done in a dorm room by a college sophomore, so you're faring better than me, and mine never got infected. So
yeah,
you've got to be doing better.
I choose to trust 30-year-olds who wear Vans instead of 20-year-olds who wear Vans.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like the same thing. I don't know, man. My tattoo is not fading, and it has never been infected, and it's still there.
I mean, it's kind of hard to like fuck up, right?
Yeah, well, that's why I got something simple. So
But
I
I
was
mean,
like,
just
can you
like
draw
a-
like a skull on my back with like real human eyeballs, and it's got like the LeBron crown on the top?
What is
Please.
the LeBron crown? How is that different
I
from
don't
any
know.
other crown?
It's not, but just like, he's the king.
Okay.
Carry on. Say what you're gonna say.
Is
I said something
LeBron-
stupid.
What was I saying?
I don't know.
Okay.
You were
can
talking
we-
about how you trust 30-year-olds in Vans, and I trust.
I don't think I
20-year-olds
had
in Vans.
anything else.
Oh, okay. You sounded like you were gonna say something else.
I was gonna say, is LeBron your king?
No. I think he's cool. I respect him as a person who has a lot of money and is famous. I think that he does a decent amount of good for the world, based on his salary.
I feel, and you're not in a similar situation to me in the sense that you are from Ohio and you currently live in Ohio. But I'm from Ohio
Yeah.
and I currently don't live in Ohio. And when I tell people I'm from Ohio, they laugh at me. And before they make a joke, I go, make a joke about it. Let's hear it. Because it'll be so funny and everyone will laugh. And then
Mhm.
usually that makes the whole situation like kind of awkward, and I regret saying it. But it
Yeah.
just makes them feel weird. But I say
That's
it
good.
every time.
Hey, so the goal is established, and then they feel like an asshole.
Okay,
you
so
win.
but I'm from Ohio. I'm like the only guy I know that's like that, that has that condition.
What do you mean like that? The only guy I know with this medical condition.
Yeah. So I feel as though I have to rep and defend Ohio in all situations where I can.
No.
So like whenever like my friend is a big football fan, and he's
Right.
like a big 49ers fan and stuff like that. So he's always telling me about sports stuff. I don't care. I don't know anything about
Right.
sports. All I know is Baker Mayfield of the Cleveland Browns. That's
Mhm.
it.
I didn't even know he played for the Browns.
So, and I just feel like I have to, like, every time someone is talking about football, I'm like, the Browns, let's go. We're dog
go
shit.
Brownies. We are all not this year though. We played well this year.
Well,
We
no
still
playoffs
lost.
though.
We got kind of close.
Kind of
That is
close
better than we
not
have
getting
done.
there though. We've made it to the playoffs like twice or thrice maybe, and every time there was one time where we made it to like game 4, and then the other 2 times we lost round 1, which is
Yeah, I
cool.
would believe that. It's like us in Premiere.
But my question is, do you feel you have to rep for Ohio in any way for people that are not from Ohio? Because I feel that burden a lot.
I don't, but I do because I think it's like a fine place.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when I don't have that situation as much, obviously, because I live in Ohio still.
That's what I was. Yeah.
But it's like when you and I, like, if we play like games online, or if like I'm talking to someone, people are like, "Oh, where are you guys from?" And then I'm like, "Oh, I'm from Ohio," and they're like, "Ohio."
Yeah, dude. Yeah. The
Like, it just
slander
became-
is too much. It's actually too much.
It just became popular because of the meme that people are like, "Oh, you're from Ohio." But like there are also like at least 10 other states in the US that are just Ohio, but like a different
Yeah.
state. Indiana has way less to offer the world than we do.
Indiana has fucking nothing, dude.
They have nothing.
I've been there. There is
It's-
dead ass nothing. Like,
Well, and I'm trying to be as objective as I possibly can. Is Ohio a boring place? Yes. Super boring.
but I think a lot
But-
of places are boring.
But I do think that there are places that are more boring. And I do think that Indiana is one of those places. And I don't
Certainly.
care if I'm starting any beef. We have Columbus, we have Cleveland, we have Cincinnati, and then other than that, we have nothing else.
We got Toledo.
No, that doesn't count. Fuck Toledo.
What about Sandusky?
Nope, no one cares.
What?
Um,
That's Cedar Point.
Oh, okay, fine, whatever. Well, I don't like roller coasters, but if you like
I
roller
don't
coasters,
either,
we have
but that's like a
Sandusky.
big thing for some
We do have
people.
Cedar Point, and that does matter to a lot of people, and I respect that way more than liking football. So if you like roller coasters, that's awesome.
One of my friends in elementary school they went to Cedar Point all the time. They're a big Cedar Point head. And they had like ridden all the rides, and they knew all the stats about all the roller coasters, like they were a band for some reason. And it was I thought it was so annoying. I was like,
they were like, this is their most listened to song.
Yeah, they were like, dude, I love the fucking, what's the one that's like the something Maverick? Or is it just the Maverick?
It's just the Maverick.
Okay.
Oh, you love Top Thrill Dragster? Name 5 of their songs.
That's what I'm saying. And they can't. Yeah. They just know that the lead singer like fucking got in a car crash like 8 years ago. And it's like, who gives a shit, man?
Yeah, like I hope that they're better now, and that's all that I care about.
And they were there like every weekend. And it's like, get a real hobby, man.
No, I feel like that's fine.
I think it's fine, but it's a little annoying when it's all you talk about. But anyway,
yeah, I mean,
the Ohio slander has gone too far, and I'm tired of it.
I do think that, like, I just don't get why it's Ohio. You know what I mean? Like, if we really want to pick on it for being like anything negative about Ohio is also the case about like 5 other states in the Midwest.
I could name so many more than 5.
Right? Yeah.
Indiana.
I'm lowballing
South
it.
Dakota, Kansas, Nebraska.
There is nothing in South Dakota,
bro. Like, what are any of these places?
Well, I just mean like, yeah.
There's a reason people live in Ohio, right? It's not like Wyoming that has a population of 800,000.
Yeah, no, we got a population of like 14 million.
It's like a lot of people.
And
that's like bigger than the UK.
Ohio is the most affordable state to live in, and it's like kind of chill. Like, do I want to spend the rest of my life here? No.
God, no.
God, no. Please get me out. I have figured out that after I visited other major cities, that it is just more interesting to live there.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's fine. Like, I'm not, is this my top pick? Again, no. But like, it's chill. It's not bad. There's still some stuff to do. And like, most people who live here are nice. We're in like the part of the Midwest that's not like way too racist and conservative. But like,
we have Skyline chili.
Nope, that's not a positive. Do not talk
what?
about that. I fucking hate Skyline chili.
What?
What are you
wrong
whatting
with Skyline?
About? It's just not that good.
I love Skyline, man.
Okay, I'm sorry.
How are you gonna? That's a big thing, man.
Okay, a lot of people do like Skyline. I just don't. But I can.
That's fucked up and wrong.
How is that fucked up and wrong?
Because that's our shit, man.
That's like Cincinnati's thing, and I hate Cincinnati.
Bro, there's a Skyline like down the road from my house.
There's really?
Yeah.
I've only been to Skyline once.
We gotta go to Skyline
and you know what?
again.
Maybe I got the wrong thing. Actually, I am willing to try it again. I will go with you to Skyline.
We gotta go to Skyline.
And we're also going to record it for the channel.
We have to film a podcast on the roof of the Skyline.
They will not let it. No, we don't have to ask, though. You're right. I didn't even think about that.
I was planning on asking, but okay.
I was not.
We just get a ladder.
We don't even need a ladder.
What are they going to do?
Yeah, what are they going to do? Bring their own? Yeah, doubtful.
Doubtful.
And what do they think we're going to do? Share?
Certainly not.
Certainly not. Those idiots.
The issue is getting down.
Will we just bring the ladder? Like we'll put the ladder, and then like you climb up, and then I climb up, and then when I get to the top, I'll bring the ladder.
No, okay, I got that. But then they see us on the roof, and then when we get like the cops swarm the building, then what do we do?
If you work at Skyline Chili and you call the cops on 2 kids who are just chilling on the roof, I think that's lame as fuck.
Okay, but that is like a crime, though, to be clear.
Fine. All right, so we'll ask them.
No, I want to play out this scenario where we're on the roof of Skyline Chili.
Okay, you're right.
We've ordered and paid for our meals and then gone on their roof.
All right, well,
the cops swarmed the building.
They would not swarm the building. They would send one officer, and he would have a megaphone, and he would go, "Can you guys please come down?"
Bro, they don't bring the megaphone for one car.
Okay, so then it's just a cop, like just a guy, and he says, "Can you guys please come down?" and that's it. And then we come down and they say, you can't do that. We're going to fine you for loitering. And then like, that's
no,
the
they're
going
to put us in jail. And then
They're
it can
not
be like
gonna
a
put
big
us in
thing.
jail.
And then the podcast will be called, we were in jail.
We went to jail.
We went to jail for
No, we're not gonna go to jail.
trespassing at the Grammys or something. I don't know.
That'd be we should put that in the thumbnail. We met Kai Cenat at the Grammys.
We met Kai Cenat. Can you imagine we're interviewing Kai Cenat?
I can't believe he's
on
fucking
the roof
22.
of the Skyline.
I found that out like yesterday or a couple of days ago. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? I have no chance. My prime is up.
Hank Green is 40, man.
Yeah, but he's been famous.
But he wasn't, like he got famous a long time ago. That's true. But he's been more famous for some things than others.
Yeah, and that's true. And also, I mean, he's been probably famous for like 10 years.
Like I think Hank Green has he's done many different things to expand his audience in different directions. So like he got
9
famous
years
multiple
until I'm 30.
ways.
Yeah, he did.
You just have to
He's a cool
you have
guy.
to be good at what you do.
I'm not good at what I do.
Or you don't have to.
I'm
kind of
good at what I do.
But like you gotta
have to
provide some value to people.
Yeah, you gotta
And I
bring
don't think
something
that's
that others
hard.
don't. No,
You just have to like think. Because I mean,
I think
Kai Cenat is one of those people that's like they probably they go to chat.openai.com. It autofills in their browser because they're there so often, and they go YouTube video idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is
That's so lame.
it's annoying
Dude, I have
to
a
me,
friend
'cause
who uses
just
ChatGPT
think
for
with
fucking
your
everything.
head, dude.
Yeah, it's wild. No, I actually have a friend who I'm like legitimately concerned that they don't like I have not seen them have an original thought in like months.
I know you've said this before.
Yeah, but now I'm talking about it on the podcast. I'm going to complain to the public about it.
All right.
I'm going to do
what
it
I'm
again.
Saying.
I just think it's stupid. Why can't you have your own ideas? Like me, who complains about the same thing multiple times in a row.
Dream blunt rotation on top of the Skyline chili.
Yeah, you want to...
in Mayfield Heights, Ohio.
No, you can't say where we're going to be, and the cops are going to find us immediately. We could be anywhere.
The cops watch this podcast. Who's the dream YouTuber blunt rotation on the Skyline Chili podcast interview sexual
You mean like
style?
Like we
in
have
Ohio,
with us?
with Riz.
Okay, that was awful. I
Go.
didn't like listening to that. You want me to pick like how many?
I want
One?
you to do what I said.
Okay, well, I don't know what you said. I'm not understanding what you said, so I'm asking you to elaborate. When you say dream blunt rotation
on the Skyline Chili on the Waste Management Podcast interview sexual style in Ohio with Riz.
Yeah, so is it blunt rotation just like passing the blunt around between the three of us and I have to pick the third person?
I'm just saying like pick two or something.
Okay.
It's a big gathering. Maybe pick
I'm
three.
I'm picking Slime from the yard. First pick.
Is he a YouTuber?
Is he not?
Well, this is what I'm asking. Do you think he's a YouTuber?
I mean, like, not really, but he is in the yard, which is posted on YouTube. But I guess he doesn't really do that much of his own stuff. Like, he does, but not on YouTube. Doesn't he stream?
Because this is a point of contention on the yard of whether or not, like, Slime doesn't think he's a content creator, but everyone else is calling him a content creator.
Okay, well, if he doesn't think so,
because he posts edited Valorant videos on his YouTube.
Dude, he could be just like me.
He only posts like once every like 3 months or something.
Oh, so he's exactly like me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, then I guess not Slime if he's not a content creator.
Okay, if that's what you think, I'm opening the door to let you have an opinion, okay?
Okay, so I said my opinion and then you opened the door, which made me want to close the door.
I said the door. Whatever, man.
Okay, whatever. I'm inviting Slime because I think he's really funny.
Okay.
Slime from the yard is number 1. Number 2, let's see. I love Jacksepticeye, and he is my favorite of the original 3, and I want to have him on because I want to talk to him because I think that he is a wonderful human being to his core. So that's my number 2. And then number 3, I think I'm going to have to go with, like, Point Crow.
Whoa. I did not expect that from you.
I love Point Crow.
That's so interesting to me.
Why is that interesting to you?
Because I don't know, that just doesn't... He makes speedrunning content, and I think
He's
think
like-
speedrunning is lame as fuck.
Oh, what? Have I ever said that speedrunning is lame as fuck?
Yes.
When?
I think we were having a conversation. It might have been on the pod, actually. I don't remember.
There's a very high chance that it could have. Okay, well, if
but
I did say that...
You said I could never be a speedrunner. I would get bored so fast.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that I think it's lame as fuck. I just have the attention span of a 5-year-old.
Okay. But
I'm not saying
when
that-
the video is edited for you, you enjoy it.
No, I mean, even if I watched someone do it, that would be fine. I just personally would not be able to play the same game over and over and over and over again trying to get the time down.
Yeah.
Unless if I really enjoyed the game, like Pikmin 3, I would try and speedrun because I fucking love that game. And I would not get bored with it no matter how many times I've played it. I've played it through like 7 times and I still enjoy it. Or like Breath of the Wild. Like I would speedrun Breath of the Wild. I would not get even close to any record that anyone has ever set.
No.
But if I were to attempt a game, it would be one of those 2. But it's just like there are just not a lot of games like that for me. But I think being speedrunner is sick. I like Point Crow because I like Small Ant and I think Point Crow is funnier.
Wow. Okay. That's really funny.
I mean, am I wrong?
Well, it's funny because they get compared all the time.
Well, so I mean,
And they had
Small
beef
Ant
for a while.
They did, but now they're over it.
Yeah.
I feel like Point Crow is more personable potentially than Small Ant. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we would have a better conversation.
As a person.
He's slightly more extroverted than Small Ant is.
Okay.
You know? Which I don't think there's anything wrong with being introverted.
No,
but
I
if,
think
like, the
I think
whole
that's a reasonable answer.
If the whole point is that we're going to be getting together and passing the blunt around, passing that doobie and having a good convo, then I want
on the roof of the Skyline Chili.
Yeah.
And cenat is also there.
Yeah, he's
just like in the background. He's not involved.
Dude, I just got these clips the other day from like his Twitch stream with when Nicki Minaj is there.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually some of the funniest shit I've ever seen. All the comments are just like, why is she just like a rich auntie?
Yeah.
Because she's sitting there and she's like, "Kai, darling, you're too loud, please."
Yeah, and she's
Shut
in a
up.
throne.
Yeah.
She has like this cartoon throne. Like it's like a
She
pink
does.
heart.
And her nails are like also as long as like her whole finger.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Kai, honey," and she's like doing this, and like
Yeah.
her nails are like click clacking together. "Shut up, you're annoying. I need some alcohol." And she's like, "But with a lot of juice, because I'm not an alcohol person. But you're annoying, so I need some alcohol." I was
so
like, "Damn,
good,
dude,
man.
poor Kai. Like, I don't really love him in particular, but like, to be treated like that on my own stream, I'd be so sad."
I think that's the
Yeah.
content.
Yeah. But I just thought it was funny. But yeah, that's my 3. How about you? What would your 3 be? I tried to talk for a long time to give you plenty of time to think about this, and I know you didn't think about it.
I
until
didn't
right
think
now.
about it one bit. Well, I honestly didn't expect you to ask. I thought we were just gonna move on from the bit.
Oh, okay.
and
Well, I don't
go
know. I'm
somewhere
curious.
else.
I want to talk about the things that we're interested in.
I would bring Small Ant because I feel bad.
Okay. I'm not saying I don't like Small Ant. I actually watch Small Ant more than I watch Point Crow. I just think that I would have a better conversation with Point Crow.
I had Small Ant's stream on when I was watching or when I was eating dinner earlier.
Breach.
So, no, I wouldn't bring Small Ant though. I love the guy, but
Oh, he's cool. But that's, yeah, I don't know. I like speedrunning. I just would never be able to do it.
I would just never do it because it's boring and terrible, and I don't understand why anyone would do it ever.
Are you pretending to be me, or are you being serious?
I'm
right
pretending
now?
to be you.
Okay, so that's
I have speedrun times.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, what the fuck? I don't think it's boring.
I had a good Mario Odyssey time when that game came out.
Yeah, you had a great Mario Odyssey time.
It was back when the record was like an hour and 9 minutes. I had like a 1:15 or something.
Yeah.
Which
no, I know. I remember we talked
is
about it for a really long
absolutely
time.
destroyed now. It's not even close
you
anymore.
Do some of it.
No, I like.
Yeah, it's not that I don't like doing it. I'm just admitting, or it's not that I don't like it. I'm just admitting my own personal flaw in that I would not enjoy doing it.
Yeah. I think you gotta take Ludwig. You just have to. He's a first round draft pick. He's shown a lot of personality, shown a lot of skill over the past season.
For sure.
It just makes sense to put him in the lineup.
Yeah,
off rip. It's just an easy pick. For my next draft pick, you're right. I didn't think about this at all. I don't know why I didn't, because we do a show.
Well, I figured that you would ask me a question and then I would elaborate on what I thought and then you would share your opinion.
It's so tough and we just did that also on another episode, so it's like And this is like one of those things where it's like, this is when you're a good entertainer. This is what people do when they have conversations.
Yeah, but also we do a lot of other things other than just this podcast, and it's tough sometimes because our brains are tired.
And it's tough. Here, can I pull up my YouTube subscription? I want Ludwig. I'm sticking with Ludwig.
I think that's a really good draft
pick. Need him there.
He's number one pick of the season.
I want Germa.
I think that's fine.
I'm only one of the goats.
One of the goats. He did invent one of my favorite songs of all time.
Songs?
Yeah, the giant enemy spider boss battle.
Oh, yeah.
From Germa Souls.
Yeah, that's true.
A giant enemy spider.
And I want Northernlion.
You watch Northernlion?
I watch Northernlion. Henry, do you know how many channel points I have on Northernlion's Twitch channel?
Probably a lot.
It's like 500,000.
Holy shit. Oh yeah, I guess that's probably why you got into Super Auto Pets, is it not?
Yeah. He was one of the first. He was the first big guy to put that on the map for sure.
Yeah, my one
Northernlion's the GOAT because he streams at degenerate hours for streaming standards, which is the normal 9 to 5 hours.
That's wild.
No one watches Twitch in those hours.
Well,
except if you're watching Twitch, you're watching Northernlion. If you're watching it at noon
between 9 to 5, he's the only one. I respect that.
So he kept me entertained at my internship when I didn't have any work to do. I would just put his stream on and put my AirPods in.
Yeah,
I'm chilling, and I listened to him. I watched him play all of Elden Ring, and it was so sick.
That's crazy. One of my now favorite games I have because of a friend of mine who watches Northernlion, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm a big Northernlion fan. I don't know what it is. All of my favorite content creators are people who, like, other content creators say that is their their favorite content creator.
Yeah.
And that's who I gravitate to, which I find
I think what that means is that you would be a good content creator.
I don't think that's what that means. I just think I have an incredibly specific set of tastes.
I think that's fine.
I don't know. I don't think it really means anything.
Yeah, I was just messing with you. You'd be a great content creator, though.
But that's who I want. I want them to puff a big cloud.
I think that they
actually scratch all of that. I just want Fulcrum. I'll take him and no one else.
He would be great, dude.
I mean, if we're talking
Land,
the athletics of the blunt rotation.
Oh, dude. Oh my God.
You need Fulcrum, bro.
Yo, what's up, Yodi gang? We going to Yodi Land. We gonna smoke some.
Yeah, Yodi gang. You feel me?
Yodi gang. Game on. Let's go.
He's the GOAT.
I was very happy that you shared that part of your culture with me. I feel more enriched.
Don't call it
aware.
part of my culture.
That is what you sent it to me as. You said, this is some of my culture, and then sent me the video.
I was doing a bit.
It doesn't matter. I am appreciating the bit, okay? I am going along with what you
it's not my,
relayed
I
to
don't
me.
Consider Damian Luck 935 a part of my Bible.
No?
I mean,
That's crazy
maybe
to me.
he is in a certain kind of way, but not literally.
No.
But maybe in a metaphysical way, you're right.
It seems like someone that a lot of my friends that I know would worship, like a god.
Because your friends like the pen.
They love the pen.
They love
dude.
the pen, bro.
Oh my god.
And they're in Yodi land all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you see Fulcrum was on the No Jumper podcast, which is a podcast you go on if you're a rapper, basically, and that's it. But Fulcrum is also there for some reason. You know, there's like random internet people that show up.
He's big in rap, yeah.
But the guy who hosts it, Adam22, famous internet online person, because he just has like 8,000 podcasts, and he's like a reality show, and he's like married to like a porn star or something like that. He's one of those internet guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's everywhere. He's all involved in that kind of whatever that scene is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sphere.
And then Fulcrum comes on the podcast, and he's just like the most like it was no interview like any I've ever seen in my life.
Was it the best or worst thing you've ever seen?
It was amazing. It was beautiful. It was like seeing a doe in the woods, but it's like a ghost doe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Can you elaborate on that a little bit for us?
And the doe, it was beautiful and ghostly.
Like it was beautiful and ethereal in a way.
It was
almost
ethereal. Yes,
otherworldly?
that's a beautiful word, Henry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So sometimes I try and search for the $10 words and I just can't get there.
Yeah, it's chill.
But that's why you're on the podcast with me.
Yep.
It was like Fulcrum is just such a weird fucking guy. Like he's just a weird little fuck. He's a doe. I don't know how else to explain it. Like
he's
just
a weird little beautiful man.
He's a pure little innocent being that just floats through the world. He goes through walls. He doesn't care about material possessions or anything.
Except his Benjamin.
And even though he was on a podcast, he just like all of his answers were like, you know, like 3 words. You know what I mean? Like Adam
Yodi gang.
Adam asked him, he's like, what kind of car do you drive? And he's like, I don't like a Kia. I don't know.
That's so fucking awesome.
And it's so interesting. And he's just like, and then like Adam also asked him, like, what does Yodi land mean? Like, where does that come from? And he's like, it's just it's just being real. It's like kind of a mind state.
Mind state.
Yeah. It was so interesting. It was a really cool interview. But not from like it wasn't like impressive isn't the right word, but it was just
I was not impressed. I was intrigued.
There's a certain je ne sais quoi to it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's kind of beautiful. I hope that someday we can sort of strive to that level.
Yeah.
I mean, the guests that we've had on our podcast, I would say are fantastic people. And by that, I mean only Ethan and Zach. But I love them dearly. Ethan was telling me about it today in class. He was like, dude, I had so much fun. I was like,
oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
He's so cool.
He's such a fuzzball of a man.
Yeah, I do love him.
You know what I mean? Like if you had a ball of fuzz and it fit in your palm and you could just rub it.
Right, and like
you know, like in your hands, and you do, you know, those commercials with the fushigi ball. You could do that with it.
Yep.
Do you not know the fushigi ball?
I have no idea what the. Fuck
I'm gonna put this on the screen, but it's like a metal ball that you just like you do some fucking hand stuff. It looks like
movements with-
this. How would
Okay,
you
yeah.
describe this?
It kind of looks like you're doing pottery in the air.
Yeah.
Like you're melding clay in the air, but you have an orb in between your fingers, and that orb is staying there. It is not moving. The orb is not made of clay.
Yeah, it's like kind of like hard tricks, but with a singular steel ball.
That's kind of cool.
But it's
And
Ethan is like that, but if the ball was fuzz. Are you
Yeah, like
following?
fuck.
Do you get this?
Yeah, no, I am now. I get it now. No, that makes a lot more sense.
I hope this makes sense to people.
Yeah,
'Cause
no,
I
they
feel
get
like
it.
this is not making sense.
No, dude, it makes a load of sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, a lot of it. It makes a lot of sense.
But anyway,
God damn it, dude. I still have a paper to finish tonight. It's so cringe.
okay. Do you want to end
Isn't
the
that lame?
podcast?
Let's end the podcast.
Okay.
I love you guys.
All right.
Mwah.